Oh, yeah, we got 5 watching, 4 thumbs up. I didn't see you guys pop up on me. Hello, Daniel. Hello, get your model on. Welcome to tonight's Sunday night stream. I'm trying to finish up on my Newport right here by Cleveland Models. I've already got the top and bottom part of the stabilizer all done. I got to do the bottom side and get a little spitzel right there, and tighten her up. Oh yeah, that's how I got to live for there and get your model on. Every day I live these things. I do this stuff religiously every day. It's the only thing that keeps my mental health going, keeps you guys going too, and what I got to live for, all I got in life. And I'm going to hang on to it as much as I can, any way I can. So far, I enjoy building it. I don't work no more, so I'm retired, and alone in this room right here, they keep me company all the time. And so do you guys keep me company. I've had fun building this old Newport Scout. This is an old Cleveland kit. This thing's probably about 90 years old. People say it's amazing model that long. Oh, heck yes. Since Stringfellow and Rochester, they made that glider back in 1620. It went 600 meters to obstruction. Models always have been our main goal, mainstay before the real thing is developed. I'm working my Globe Master to get that thing going. And instead of covering with aluminum tape foil like I was planning to do, like I did the weenie wagon, I ran out of tape, so I got no patience to wait for tape anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and add play to it and everything. And I'll fill it out, sand and prime, and go ahead and paint it with aluminum color paint. With Dago colors. They come out all right. I get that. Over here, Mr. Daniel Britton sent me a B-25. Came in the mail yesterday. I'm so happy and honored to this man for what he did to me. I gave this beautiful Mitchell. And this Mitchell's not going to be alone. People are going to say, why? How come it's not going to be alone? Well, take a look at this. It's my Hong Kong model, first one I ever got. It's my B-25J, the Vestal Virgin. I cleaned it up yesterday. She's nice and clean, like she's brand new. Don't take much to spin these up. To say the least, Hong Kong models did a wonderful job with this thing. And I can't wait to get this going. This one here is going to be Air Apaches out of New Guinea. This one's, I think this came out of New Guinea too. This one, Air Apaches, they came from probably the St. George's. They use a lot of Mitchells out in the South Pacific because they're well suited for that. They use them all over. They use them in the Mediterranean, the European campaign, all over. Mitchells were very welcomed in all states of demand. They are a very wonderful airplane. They're known as the sweetheart of the Air Force. And they are the loudest airplane in the world. Well, not in the world, I mean, in the Air Force. I gotta fix this tripod. Yeah, here I am. Okay. Oh yeah. That's my 32nd old Tokyo bomber, Neil Mitchell. That came out pretty good, that Hong Kong model one. That took about, how long did it take me to build? I think about 7 months. About 7 months to build that. It looks a lot better in life than it does on camera. It really does. Now you guys go back to my old channel, Frankie Day Models. I'm trying everything in the world I can to get back to my old channel again. Because I got my lights working there, just like I got my stuff in storage. It's like a game of they give it to you and they take it away from you. So I got to start this channel over again. A lot of my old subscribers don't even know where the hell I'm at. They probably give me up for dead. But some of them are slowly finding me now. And so I don't give up that easy. I keep it going. Okay, on this Newport here, this is the not the Gallows, but the Hong Kong models. I got the wing out, camera got it all done. Ailerons will work and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on this side next. Next to the cover, I have to get the stabilizer done, also installed. Then I'll do some detail work on it too when it gets done. These Gillo, these Cleveland design kits, their plans were impeccable. I mean, they're a thing of art, very isometric, very much. He had some good engineers working for him. Edmund T. Packer, Pichetti. That's his name. He was a Polish immigrant, settled in the wonderful land of the United States of America. And aviation always was his fame. He knows aviation's best friend, which he was. Mr. Edward T. Packer, he changed his name to Edward T. Packer probably back in the early 1960s. He stopped making kits probably around 63, 64, somewhere around there. He was getting old a little bit. Last time I talked to Mr. Packer was 1988. He was 94 years old. He has a son named Donald. He's he's the curator and the caretaker of the company keep the Cleveland design fleet going. They're still in business. They don't sell kits. They sell plans. With those plans, they'll give you a sheet of templates and everything. Of formers and bulkheads and lingeries and stuff like anything to make a kit. All you got to do is just burn some wood, just call for the plans. And for the templates, go down to Kinko's or Office Max or a library or somewhere where a copy machine's at. Always use that to master. Take the plan is always the master. Make yourself make a set of plans. Use that as master right there. And you can't go wrong. You take all your templates right there and just use adhesive and glue them on top of a piece of wood and cut them out. And voila, there you go. Yep. No stabilizer. This got pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and add tapings across the wing ribs like they were. Rope and strips. I got some of that Tamiya tape. I know I got some of that 1/32 striping tape. Will add excellent for the ribbing on that thing. Gives it character. The plans don't show that much detail on it though, but all it is a construction plan of the airplane itself, rubber powered rotor display. I wasn't making this thing rubber powered, but I decided to make it display. But I can always make another one rubber powered. And I can't believe the wood in this thing is pristine as the day it was made. This model is over 90 years old, without a shadow of doubt. I like it. Come out really good. Where the hell is my spitzer at? Oh, there you are. Titanic up over here. I got alcohol and water in here. How you guys like that hell diver I did? Well, that thing came out okay though, but I could have done a little better on it. I tried to get a hold of Eric on the celebrating vintage model kits, but it wasn't his group bill. It was a guy named Tommy Anderson. I never heard of it before. So that's his channel. He's got a group bill going on there. No soap in that deal. But main thing is, I got it done. It's up here next to my cluster fells. And I've been hanging up a lot of models here. I got I took Jesus, and I have Jesus right behind me over there, as you can see. So I can look at you guys, look at me too. And I feel good here as long as Jesus is in here. You know, he don't keep me alone. He's with me. I can feel him with me. And just go ahead and hang these up, right? That's what I'm doing. Tomorrow will be the final reveal at B24. All I got to do tomorrow is take the superchargers up, mask out the tail turret, top turret. She's done. And also 2 waist guns, 50 calibers. That's no problem. They'll stack in piece in there. And I'll probably build some bombs in and see if I can get them in that Bombay. They're wide enough to get my hands in there. I actually can put them in there with my hand. It's a big Bombay for 1/32 scale. Bombay's pretty big for the 1/4 scale though, but I can't get my fingers there. If I can get my fingers in that damn thing, it's like that. It's like grabbing that fuselage. It's like a whole full grip. I mean, how many bots wouldn't skip you on that B24? They wouldn't skip you at all. I highly recommend you guys get that kit. They're not that expensive. I mean, they're expensive, but nothing compared to Hong Kong and border models, you know? Nothing compared to them. Yeah. How about ball turret? That thing is a kit itself, a model itself. I put mask all those windows off. Okay, check. We got for tonight's episode of the Cleveland Designs Newport 17, Colonel Bishop's famous Newport. We got 9 watching, 6 thumbs up. On chat board, we got Mr. Daniel Britton. We got get your models on. And we have a radio operator. He's with us. How you doing, buddy? Welcome to tonight's live action stream with me and the fellas. I'm glad you tuned in. And yes, if you don't have operator, I'm thinking very seriously about getting me. My son-in-law's got some old radios in there, amplifiers and stuff. I'm gonna see if I can coax them in to give me those things. And I want to get me a telegraph key. Okay. So I can do messages, do Marconi, because I do that very well. But I know my code. I learned that stuff when I was in the Navy. And of course, me in the Navy, I put 13 weeks in boot camp. The first thing to do to teach you code, a lot of people say that's crazy. I said it isn't crazy. Because one of these days, you mark my words. Mark my words, gentlemen. When the internet is crapped out and gone, no communications in the world, nothing, that's when ham operator comes in. And anybody that knows code, they can talk and they can translate messages throughout the town there. They can tell what's going on. And it'd be like the Marconi office of Lusitania or California. They'll be coming over here getting information off you, sending you messages to type to people. Code will never go out, guys. It will never go out. Yes, it is. Oh, wow. Ham up, are you from California or from Florida? That sounds like where the Blue Angels are mostly from. They're from California and also either that or Florida. Most of them from Florida. Oh, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I was there for a while. I was selling tickets to Dallastown. That's by Georgetown, somewhere around there. Dallastown Fire Department. Let me tell you a story about that. When my daughter's mother passed away, I gave my house to my daughter. You're home now. It's all paid for. You can raise my grandkids there. And I moved back to Ohio. My mother and father were there, and I was visiting them. I was going to go back to California. And my dad and mother sat down with me. Look, son, we're getting old. We don't expect you to take care of us. It says all your friends and acquaintances out of California, not there anymore. I said, what do you mean? I says, when's the last time you've been to California? At that time, it was about 20 years. So 20 years is a long time. And they said, things ain't going to be the same. You go there. Why don't you stay here? And we own this house. Anything happens to us, you get to keep the house. So two birds got one stone down on that one deal. I gave my daughter my house out in Tennessee. My mother and father gave me their house in Ohio. And I sold it and I bought another one. And so I stayed with them. And I had no job. And finally, I went to the airport, to the flying field called Works. It's an RC flying club. And I had a couple of my free flight biplanes I was flying around. And those guys like that. I'm very good at building free flight models and flying them. And so the one guy named Ron Baird. A nice fella. He really is. Him and I were building balsa models together. He says, Frank, where do you work at? I said, I don't work. I don't have a job. I just moved out here. Oh, where are you from? So originally from California, but settled out in Tennessee. And came here because my wife passed away and had no place to go. So my parents said I can stay with them. And I don't want to stay with them because I've been alone since I was 16 years old. I'm not used to living with people. I like to be by myself. So that's the problem I'm having here. I'm living in somebody else's roof, and I don't like that. But I got no choice. So anyway, make a long story short, he said, you want a job? Well, hell yes, I want a job. He goes, you ever sold tickets before? I'm not a salesman. He goes, well, I sell tickets. I'm a photographer. Oh, you are? Yes. I got a job out there by Dallastown in Pennsylvania. Out of Georgetown. It's a fundraiser for the fire department. So what you do is you go to people's house and you sell them for $5. Go towards Dallastown Fire Department, and they get free pictures of the family. They like that. Everybody likes pictures of the family for nothing. And it's okay. I'll give it a shot. Why not? So we got there, knocked on the door. Jesus. Don't talk about a hasty retreat. Well, I got the memo there. Went to the next house next door, lighting up the door, she had a robe on. Oh, hi. I said, how you doing? Says, ma'am, says, I'm from the Dallastown Fire Department. We're selling a fundraiser with a donation of $5 to the fire department in Dallastown. My photographer will come over. He'll take pictures of you and the whole family pictures for everybody. Oh, really? Yes. And I gave her the paper, the number to call. But come on down. Okay, how much is it? It's $5. She took a little purse and she gave me $5, and I put it in the envelope. I put it in my pocket. I said, thank you very much. So mom came down and took pictures of her. Man, my commission was for every ticket I sold, I get $5. $5 for the department, and the studio that Ron works for pays me $5 for selling for all the photographs and stuff. So I did pretty good. There's a place out there in Dallastown. It's called the Hop, HOP. It's kind of like a 1950 bar. It's open one day a week on a Wednesday only. To me, I thought that was kind of queer. That's a queer way of running a damn business. One day a week. I went in there, and a big 56 Chevy Nomad sitting there right inside the bar area. Damn. They had a nice horseshoe bar. Had people there, old time music. Jay the Junior singing at the hop, at the hop, at the hop, you know. And I was dancing or romancing with a few of those girls in there. I had a good time. So that was my story being out in Pennsylvania. Well, I had a good time out there. I had to go, when I was in Ohio, I had to go through a toll bridge, go through there. That was the only toll bridge I ever paid for was the Golden Gate Bridge out in California. But you got to keep roads up, so that's how to get by toll bridges. Oh, you know they do. You know one thing, my favorite meal they got out there, which is a good meal up there in Pennsylvania, you know what I'm talking about their ham operator? Chipped beef on toast. SOS, I don't care. It's good. They have there's one place called the Homestead. I went in there. Man, I hadn't had chipped beef and toast in years. I mean, that stuff was good. Yep. SOS, shit on a shingle. They got good sandwiches there, like got like Philly cheese, Philly sandwiches. Those are the best. Oh Jesus. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They're oh God. What I'd give to have one of them right now, buddy. Even a plate of SOS. Man, people were nice out there. They were good. When they saw me had Tennessee tags on my van, they go, "Hey, we got a Southern boy over here." I said, "Don't worry about that rivalry of Southern and North stuff. We're all human here." That was I had a good time there. I really did. I sold a whole bunch of tickets, and his photographer said, "How would you like to work for us?" As being a photographer, a salesman for us. I don't know how to give it. Haven't get much thought. Let me sleep on it. I'll give you the answer. But I told him now. I want to get back into machine and die to work, tool and die. So I went down to a place called CBS, the job temp service. I went in there. Lady said, "Hi, how you doing?" Says, "Looking for a job." So what kind of job are you looking for? A machinist job. "Oh, you're a machinist, yes." So what kind of machines you work on? Acme Grizzly, Bridgeports, Bound Sharps, doesn't matter. I'm a machinist. I can work on them. She says, "Okay." Says, "We got a place called Amco Products right out there on Culver Street in Dayton, Ohio." I said, "They're hiring there. They hire through us." "Okay. Before you do it, you got to take a test." I go, "Oh boy, here we go." "What kind of test?" "A math test." "Oh hell, piece of cake." Says, she says, "Give me a couple pieces of paper." She goes, "You got no calculator?" "Hell no. Here's a calculator up here. I want to tell you something, my child. With all due respect, It says back in my days, yours high school or grade school or middle school or junior high school, no matter how you call it, the Board of Education, they catch you with a cheat machine with a calculator. You're not learning nothing. They'll take it away from you, and you'll get a big, big F for the day. I use my head. I'll prove it to you. She had 50 math questions. I had them done in 10 minutes. I got 100% on them. She's unbelievable. How you do something like that? Because I got out and educated. I went to school to learn something. No matter if I learned something or not, I got a piece of paper since I graduated from high school that says I know how to do this and I can do it. And I did it. And there it is. I passed. Where's this place at? Okay, it's on Culver Street. Blah, 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 blah. And they pay $18 an hour. And you won't get that much right now. You'll get $8 an hour. So you guys keep $10 an hour on me while I get 8, huh? She goes, well, that's how it works. With 9 days, they like you, and they'll go ahead and buy you a bonus, and they'll pay you the full deal. It's okay. I'll take it. Not yet. That was a good job. Worked there for 20 years. We got a pension there, and they gave me a box of cigars, and I threw a party for me, everything. That was like, it was Joe Raby, R-A-B-Y, a Jewish fellow, real nice man. Real good people. Real good people. That special don't work too good. Yeah. It's gum tight. It's not like it. How does the banjo string? Okay, we got 3 watching and 7 thumbs up. So we got a pretty good chat board for this evening. Guys, only get me a cup of coffee over here. I'll be with you. Just like that. Good dinner I had tonight. Boy, that was filling. My daughter made some chili spaghetti. Using Skyline chili noodles. Oh man, that filled me up. This place clean. My shit clean here. All right. Yeah. Can't win a war without coffee. All that good stuff. Yeah. It's light over here. Yeah, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Loving that. There it is. Good there. Yeah, the magical drink of the Dane. Yeah, it is. While I was working my job, I used to drink about how many pots a day? 5, 6 pots of coffee a day. Peter goes, my God, Frank, how much coffee can a man drink? I said, I can drink a lot. I said, yeah, this I can see. So if you drink coffee like that, we're going to have to charge you. I said, well, I work here. You can't charge your employee. She goes, I'm only kidding with you. He said, how do you learn to drink coffee like that in the Navy? We spent 30 years in the United States Navy. You drink coffee all the time. Had a chief bosun's mate one time. It was Chief Harley Hill. His face looked like a road map. Nose really old, red, beet red all the time. And he always smelled like a medicine cabinet all the time. He goes, hey, Boats. Yeah, Chief. Why don't you go down to mess deck out there and get us a cup of coffee, get yourself a cup of coffee, get me a cup of coffee. They said, knock off that bedding, that bulkhead for a while, let it dry, tape it off, and take a break, and we'll go there in the forecastle there by the Wildcat and the Windlass, and we'll spot that out. Okay, Chief, we'll be right back. Went down to the mess deck, got a couple cups of coffee. I want to show you a trick. We had the coffee in, so follow me. I went to the chief wardrobe. He had a bottle of rubbing alcohol, rub-a-dub. And I watched him. I didn't do it. I said, no, Chief, I don't do that. Took a bottle of that rubbing alcohol, put it inside his coffee and stirred it up, and he drank it. I says, my God, you know, he was pickled. You know what it puts you in mind of? Watch that 1935 movie called Mutiny on the Bounty with Clark Gable and Charles Lofton. You know how to serve him? Hey, Mr. Christian, ha ha. I said, let me tell you how I lost my leg. Oh, yeah, we'll hear about it. Yeah, I lost my leg during the French Revolution. When it came up to the Duchess of France, this big old second rate frigate. Captain goes, ahoy there, Ranger! They said, strike your colors. Says, I ain't gonna strike nothing. You cursed me in French, I cursed him in English. And I lost my leg. Oh boy. That's what he reminds you of. He's probably dead by now. I mean, guys, that's ungrained alcohol. I mean, it's not distilled. Man, well, that makes it. Alka-Velva shaving lotion. He drank that stuff, also drank shoe polish. This guy was an alkie. I mean, he was alcoholic of all alcoholics. Never in my years have witnessed and seen that with my own two eyes. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. No wonder he smelled like a medicine cabinet all the time. Jesus Lord. Oh, hell yeah. Military coffee, like Army coffee, Navy coffee, all stuff, it's got chicory in it, a lot of chicory. Same thing in New Orleans. Now, I worked in New Orleans out there for about, how long? A year? Yeah. That's when I first came to Ohio. I moved up from California. Couldn't find a job. There was a fellow that my wife knew, because my wife, Brenda, she's from Ohio. I'm from California. She met me out there in California, and when I was in the Navy and everything, and we dated everything, and we went together for about 2 or 3 years when we got married. We had about 6 kids, and her parents are getting bad, and she wanted to move back to Ohio with her mother and father. I could understand that. I've been out in California all my life, so I'm not ready for a change. I seen the writing on the wall what California's going to become, so I pulled up the hook and underway and went to Ohio. And couldn't find a job nowhere. She was pregnant with my youngest daughter, who I'm living with right now, Megan. And I had a job, got to work, take care of my family. I'm not doing my job. I don't work, take care of my woman, my child, my children. So Frank L.B. Jones is going to come over. So who's L.B.? He's a friend of our family's. He'll meet him because he's a very nice Christian man from Kentucky. My son doesn't matter where he's from. Says he's all right. He's all right. Bring him over. Says I think he's got a job for you. Oh, really? Oh, heck yeah. I'm all ears. Let's go. So about a couple hours later, L.B. Jones come over, shook his hand. He goes, okay, Frank, says, I travel a lot. Oh, you do? Where do you travel to? All over the States. And I just got out of the Navy. And I look at Brenda and said, boy, I don't know about that, Jones. I mean, I got my wife and kids here, so they'd be taken care of. I said, we already talked to your mother-in-law. My wife and I discussed it together. Now we're going to discuss it with you. That'd be fine. You do need a job to take care of your family. Yes, I do. Okay, I'll take it. I said, Brenda's okay with you? I'm shoved up like that? And said, what money I'll make, I'll send it home to your kids. I said, that'd be fine, Frank. So he says, Frank, we'll go to New Orleans. Oh, wow. I steamed back there a couple of times, but I never been there before. There's this place on Canal Street. It's called right next to the French Quarters, up there by the French Market they have up there. It's on Pacific Boulevard. It's called the Delta Towers. It looks like the Twin Towers in New York, straight up. It's now Delta Towers is a hotel for the senior citizens, and they booted all those old people out. Ramada Inn bought it out. It's Ramada Inn now. We got 500 pieces of furniture. We got 500 rooms. Each one of those 500 rooms, there's 3 pieces of furniture that need to be reupholstered. I said, my God, I'll be there forever. As I said to myself in my mind. And I says, I'll teach you how to sew. I'll teach you how to demolition and everything. I said, okay. I got there. I wasn't on the sewing machine yet. He put me on demolition. He was doing the sewing machine. It's okay, Frank. We got a queen air chair there. We got a low seat there, and we got a couch. Now, he had a tool that looked like a potato peeler. It had little claws in it, like when it's serrated, they were just jagged claws. And it had like a fork at the end of it. Said, this is a stapler puller. Let me show you. On the back of the chairs, there's a tape board on there. It goes back here. You take this and pull that off, and that tape board come off that has nails in it. Do not throw that material away. Give it to me. These are patterns. Okay. He took one off and showed me. So, okay, I'll get the memo now. So I did it. So here you go, Jones. It goes fine. He was on the sewing machine. We were 2 men at the time. That pipe in the rooms. I gotta get a stick here. I said, LB, I got an idea. So I try to tell you how you do your job, but I use common sense behind this. I need to learn how to sew that sewing machine. So you want to sew, and I can decommission? I says, yes. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make 500 of each patterns. You going to do that? Yeah, easy. Starting right there. He had a big old Queen Air rocking chair, rocked. Took out the back, that was a pattern. All that material, I chased all the pattern. I had all these pieces of material that need to be sewed in there. So I used that sewing machine. I was good at it. We were doing 3 rooms a day. That was pretty good. Jones said, I'm very proud of you, Frank, what you did here. I said, well, I want to gather to get home to my family, It'll take forever the way it's going. And he said, well, you got the system there. It works good for me. I should have thought of that a long time ago. I've been doing this a long time before you even thought about it. So it worked out pretty good, New Orleans got some good coffee there. A place called Penelope's, right on French Quarter. And they have gumbo there and everything. And I want to make some extra money. There's a place called Chef LeBeau Seafood Buffet right in the French Quarter, right across from the House House. I went in there, and this big old burly guy comes up, like me, had a big old cigar out of his mouth. Goes, hey, he had that Cajun Southern accent they had. How you doing, boy? I said, pretty good. He says, what are you doing here? I was doing here. And I says, help wanted. That's what I'm here for. Good, you can read. Yes, I can read. And I can speak 2 languages too. And he goes, okay, good. Okay, you want a job? Yeah, okay, boy. We're going to make you room man. Make a what now? We're going to be room man. Before we go any further here, where you from? Well, all over the place. They don't tell me where you're from. Says I was born and raised out. I was born in Virginia, lived out in California for 22 years of my life. Did 30 years in the Navy. Moved to Ohio, no job. I work with a friend of my family. I'm an upholsterer. I sew. I work in the daytime, and I like to make some extra money. Okay, good. You work at nighttime. Okay, good. You get up work. Time you get up work, well, we knock off around 3:30. I'm up about 6 o'clock in the morning doing the job. We're done about 3:30. Okay, be here about 4 tomorrow, and work 4 to 12. Sound good? Yes, sir. Sure does, Chef. Well, I came the next day. Okay, you make your room man. Yeah, I think that's this room man stuff I'm talking about. So go in the galley there. First of all, we're gonna make a roux. Oh, roux. That's what, flour and butter and olive oil or something like that. That's right. And he turns around. He pulls out a Hershey bar wrapper. Make roux. Color this Hershey bar right here. I will take this Hershey bar and put it against that roux. It was the same color. You got it done. They're going to put you on a gumbo tray. Okay. So he comes, looks at me in the room. Good, good, good. All right. Good rule. Good rule. Good. Outstanding. Good rule. Now we're going to make a gumbo. You make gumbo before? Never had made gumbo in my life. Okay. Here's how we make gumbo here. First of all, this is a white onion. A red onion here. Yes, sir. Do not put red onion in gumbo. Red onion paprika, not in gumbo. I catch you put red onion in gumbo, you just buy yourself a gumbo, get your paycheck, and you're out of here. You understand? Yes, sir. Okay. First of all, with that roux, you done? Take white onion, put it in there. Put parsley in there. And put all kinds of stuff in there. Bell pepper, put bell pepper in there. Put celery in there. You take it, move it all together. You put chicken stock in there. Then you go ahead and put your seafood and everything in there. And this is the secret ingredient, Louisiana hot sauce. Put that there. Have some cayenne. And some chili, and some red pepper in there, paprika. And it came out real good too. And you like the way I did it. That was my experience of working in New Orleans. And that coffee, like I say, it's strong. Man, that stuff is strong. I started watching 9 Thumbs Up. Okay, we'll swing the camera on the Newport, finish up the bottom of the stabilizer, and assemble same. There. There we go. Okay. Damn. Well, doing here, guys, these bolts and stuff here. I'm trying to finish up my gun on the plate. I'll knock them out, my George. Okay. Good and tight. The tighter you make it, the better it's going to shrink. Now, applying tissue in balsa kits models like this can be applied different ways. You can use white glue, or use this. Ain't no more butane dope or nitrate dope anymore. To buy that stuff, you can buy that stuff online. That stuff was terribly expensive. Terribly expensive. I can remember one time you could buy a jar about this big of petrodope for 69 cents a jar. You know how much a jar like that costs nowadays? $35 for a jar of nitrate dope. The best place to get nitrate dope is go to an airport and know somebody who works on airplanes. It's called Trade. Go or get a magazine called Trade a Plane, and they always sell dope there all the time. It's probably cheaper there. But anyway, like I said, that dope is awful expensive. So I guess according to not OSHA, but I guess they have something to do with it. They say that aerogloss airplane dope out there is harmful. You got to use ventilation. You know, you can't use that stuff. That stuff's running out of Dodge. If you're not careful. Years ago, I was probably about 3 years old. I was building balsa models like this. Just turned 3. I think I started about 2.5 years old. I watched my dad build models. My mother had clear nail polish that has butane in it. Boy, she used to get mad at me all the time. Okay, Frankie, come here. You got my dope, you got my stuff again, do you? I said, yeah, Mom. She says, this is mine, not yours. I'm sorry, Mom, I needed it. What do you need it for? These here. Oh, that's what you use that stuff for. Yep. She goes, well, I'll tell you what. I said, I'll buy you some, but don't take none of mine. So I'm sorry, Mom. I guess I wouldn't take it. And so she went in there and bought me some nail polish clear dope. Dad goes, what are you doing? Got your mother's stuff again? I said, yeah, Dad. Mom already got me already for using stuff. He says, I got something better for you. What is that? Get that butane dope for me. I said, oh, wow, Dad, that's what I need. I said, yep. And I wanted to go to a hobby shop and buy this stuff. You don't use your mother's dope anymore. Well, Mom bought this for me. And I was into that. Well, I tell you, it's been raining for the past 3 or 4 days out here in Tennessee. I'll come into that later on. Smooth up the edges nice and tight. Because once you apply that spitzer to it, it's going to shrink very drum tight. Don't leave no wrinkles while you're doing this. This is very important. Get those wrinkles out of it when you cover the wing, fuselage, or what. Let that dry. Ooh, that locks in right there. The fingers. Work that stuff in. That was a pretty good day today, guys. It really did. Well, I feel so good with that supper I had tonight. That was nothing's better in the world than have a good full belly. You know what I mean, guys? Hey, that's done. Yeah. Tomorrow we'll have the final drill of B-24 tomorrow. Tired of the banjo string, fellas. Tired of the banjo string. And I'm not giving you no hang detail on this thing. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. I gotta take a look at that. Good. I'm pretty happy with that. Good. Right for the trash can. Seal that fabric. One thing is tight. That's exactly how I want it, just like that. You turn this plan around. See if any hang points on this stabilizer here. Nope. Nope, I don't see any. Let's see here. I'm going to dry. Right again. Take about a few minutes. That tight bond dries just like that. Okay, see what anything to do with the chat board. I'm watching 10 thumbs up. 10 watching and 10 thumbs up. And we have Matt, Lucid Model Designs. He all the way from Canada. He's with us tonight. Hello, Matt. Ravel's making a new B-52 straddle fortress. Wow. Boy, I'd like to get my hands on one of them. Hey, my grandson's with us. Hey, how you doing, son? You get that pipe ready for old Papa right here? So believe you me, this bad boy is starting to wear out on me. I'm starting to burn a hole in the bottom of this thing. Is Zoe watching too? Oh, I followed you. That was a good kit. that Revell monogram one. That monogram I had the what did that cut code? 1968? Yeah. $14 it cost. That was the biggest model in the world in 1/72 scale. Yeah, I had one of those monogram B-52 before. It was molded in green plastic, and the gimmick of it is it had a jet engine sound. It had a motor with some kind of a high-speed sound on it. I don't know what it had, some kind of mechanism. It sounded like a winding of those engines they had. And the battery compartment's in the Bombay. That's where the battery's at. Right behind on the starboard trailing edge of the wing, there's a little switch that turned the motor off and on. Oh, wonderful! Congratulations, son. I appreciate that. You got a good woman right there. Zoe, she's okay. She's my favorite granddaughter, and you got a good girl right there. But you take care of her. She'll give you kids and take care of you, have a family, and everything else. Me, I'm living with her mother and stuff, and everything. And I'm not used to living with people, I really had it bad for the past 6 years. I lost 2 homes, lost my wife, lost my dogs, lost my house, my brother. And it couldn't happen at the worst time of my life, me getting old, And anybody out there that's hiring for a job, let me know, grandson. I got to get back to work. I've got news for you. I'm in good shape. I really am. I do 35 push-ups a day. I always run all the time, keep myself active and shape. I can pick up 90 pounds. Ain't too bad for an 80-year-old man. I can still work, If you guys don't know anybody's hiring, let me know. I'm ready to go to work. I love you both. Here's my family. Anybody hurts my family, got to go to Papa Frankie Day right here. That thing's going pretty good as Newport is. See if I can find that tape right there. I gotta find that somewhere. Here it is. Here it is, right here. I knew I had some of that. I'm gonna use you at. Oh no, you're too big. I got a better idea. I'm gonna use typing paper. I'll do that. I'll do that right now. A dust brush, sandpaper, buffing file, tweezers. Cigarette lighter goes over here. Pencil is over here. No 11 blades there. That's had it and then some. Let that set and dry. I appreciate that, grandson. I gotta work. I've been in this room now for over a year. I haven't left this place. And the only thing that's keep my mental health going is all you great fellas out there, and my models I love to build all the time in this room. And like I say, I can do anything. I can work. I can swing a sledgehammer, anything. I can even lay block. Ain't too bad for a guy my age. I got longevity in my family. Everybody in my family, except my brothers and sisters, have lived up to 100 years or more. I have an aunt that passed away 2 years ago. She was 111 years old. My mother, she was 109 when she passed away. My dad was 106 when he passed away. And my sisters and brothers died of cancer and AIDS and heart problems because of too much smoking. My sister Casey was the youngest of the family, and she died of a heart attack probably about 10 years ago. She died because of smoking. She smoked about 6 packs of cigarettes a day. Chain smoking. One goes out, the other one pops in. And people understand that smoking, what it does, it hardens up your arteries and your veins. It solidifies it. What smoking? I tried smoking when I was a kid, when I was growing up. I always thought that was a cool thing to do, is light a cigarette up. And my mother used to smoke Chesterfield cigarettes, Camels, or Pale Ale Reds. Strongest cigarettes that was out there. Also Lucky Strikes too. She smoked those a lot. And she had a pack of Pall Mall cigarettes. And my mother, she's from North Carolina. She worked at the Raleigh Tobacco Company. She used to make those cigarettes all the time. That's how she got smoking cigarettes. So one day I was probably about 5 years old. No, I was about 4. And I saw this pack of cigarettes on there. And my mother was washing dishes. She had her back towards me. And she knew what I was doing because she had eyes in the back of her head. Little magic fingers went over there trying to grab a cigarette. Hold there, mister. I see what you're doing. Oh, you see me. I didn't even know how. She had her back turned on me. I got eyes in the back of my head. If I finish these dishes, you can have a cigarette. Oh, I can, Mom? You won't spank me, get mad at me, or scold me? No. Why should I scold you before I get mad at you for? You got to learn, don't you? Well, yeah. Says, let me finish these dishes. She finished the dishes, wash your hands. She poured herself a cup of coffee. She sat down and lit the cigarette. So now, your turn. I said, gee, Mom, I bet I'm the only kid in the whole block that smokes cigarettes with his mother. So I bet you are. I stuck a thing on my mouth. They didn't have no lighters back in those days. They had matches. There it goes. There you go. Draw it in, son. Draw it in. I didn't know what that meant. I was going, hey, what, Mom? You're smoking that stuff wrong. I said, what do you mean? You do it like this. Watch me. You can see that cigarette get red. Oh, you gotta breathe that smoke in. Yeah. You try. Okay, here it goes. I went to the bathroom, got my hands and knees to the porcelain altar, and I prayed to St. John. Everything that was in my stomach was vacated. Ceiling spinning, back to the commode again, on my hands and knees, praying to St. John. Then she comes in and washes me up and says, now, you want to smoke some more? No, Mom. I learned my lesson. I'll never smoke these again the rest of my life. I don't know how you do it. Well, I'm doing it longer than you have. Hope you learned your lesson. I said, I have, and I did. Ever since then, I never picked up a cigarette. Now, when I was at 80, I started learning how to smoke cigars and pipes. And I inhaled a little bit, don't bother me that much because I got used to it. But I was too young. I was a little kid back then. I was only 4 years old. Still had soap behind the ears. And she She was kind of concerned about it getting sick like that. So, well, you got to learn. I learned. I came home. My dad says, "Well, where's Frank at?" He feels good now. I said, "Why? You want to smoke a cigarette?" Oh, jeez. Yeah, I taught him a lesson. He learned his lesson. Don't do it no more. Dad comes in and says, "I heard you puffing with your mother, huh?" "Yes, sir, Dad. How you feel now?" "I feel a lot better now, Pop." I'll never, sir, I'll never do that again the rest of my life, Dad. I'll never do that again. So I hope you're not. That's something I hope you learn when you get older in life instead of learning when you're young. It's not good for you. It stunts your growth. It can hurt you too in the long run the more cigarettes you smoke. That's the deal with my sister. For smoking 5, 6 packs of cigarettes a day. She smoked those Marlboro filter cigarettes. Now, what killed my daughter's mother, Megan, cigarette too. She smoked those filter jobs. She smoked those Carlton. That's what they were. Filter cigarettes. They're menthol cigarettes. And she smoked Salem too. The worst cigarettes in the world to smoke. Every day she get up out of bed, the first thing she put in her mouth besides toothbrush or food is a cigarette. They got her. She died of tubercular cancer. Little by little, this Newport's starting to grow. She's starting to grow. A little sanding right here. Kind of buffs it in the edges a little bit. Hides those tissue folds. That's it. Straight moves. Check for squareness. Good. Alrighty. Some paper out. Make me some. Some taping on the wing grid taping. Get rid of that. The level out. Okay. Low light strokes or perfect cut. Alrighty. Show you guys a trick here. go to? I took this little place too. Go to. Boy, that disappeared, didn't it? There it is. So you have tapings along the wings. Then I'm going to airbrush a little aluminum on there. And it'll cover it up and give it a scale appearance of the tapings on the ribs. It should look nice. You know. I'll make it Edward Packer would approve of this thing. That's the trick. It was made to think fly, like I say. I changed my name, changed a little bit because I forgot to cut out those reinforcing formers there. And when I struck the rubber band through there, so what the hell? All these kits that MT Packer made were for display anyway. There was no plastic back in those days. But there's an option. You make it fly or display. This is display right here. That looks like a Newport today. No mistake about it. Alrighty. Go again. What rain's coming out there now? Raindrops keep falling on my head. I was watching something YouTube about the Lindbergh baby, Charles Augustus Lindbergh. Like this guy was a real crumb. Outside of his military aviation achievements, as a human being, he stunk. He was evil. And, I shouted out, I knew they well, they killed his son. The guy was, even my dad told me years ago, he says, that guy was a snake. But he had all the influence he had, the money and stuff he had, he was, had to keep him going to jail. Because he was seen, this guy was an Aryan, a white supremacist. He believed like Adolf Hitler did. Make sure all the kids are pure. Nothing wrong with them. Well, little Charlie Jr., he was a cute little kid he was. He had a very large, enlarged head. That was one of the health issues he had. He had osteoporosis too, of the deterioration of the bones. His bones were really, really fragile. And a little, you fall down, you can break his bones, and stuff. He was seen plenty of times with acquaintances, business associates, even just people in general. He always took a pillow and threw it at his kid and knocked his boy down. So little Charlie got smart. He said, I'm not walking anymore, I'm crawling. He always called it his father. His father always took his leg and shoved him out of the way. That was cold. That was cold. Plus, the damn guy had 4 or 5 other wives. The guy was a bigamist. He had wives all across the pond. German women, English girls, everything. And they had kids by them too. I don't know how the hell he got away with that. Either he was a silver-tongued devil, or he lied to his wife or something. I don't know. But like I say, it's with him and God now, But I shouted down. I don't know whether he killed that baby again. And then Hupton, he was a German immigrant. And they hung him, And he was innocent. They hung an innocent man. He was a Nazi sympathizer and everything, sympathizer. I don't care very much for Lindbergh. As an aviationist, he was the best there ever was. He was very good with his military achievements. He was excellent. But as a human being and a father, he stunk. Wow. That has a lot of B-52s. Why should I get me one of those? I got a couple in stash, but that's in Ohio. I don't know how to get that stuff out. I hope soon. Because like I told Brenda, not Brenda, but Megan, I said, Megan, if I do that stuff, it'll kill me. It really would. I got my whole life in there. And I got stuff for Zoe, and I got stuff for Griffin, brand new dryers, brand new wash machines, brand new stoves, hutches, stuff they could use. That's theirs. That'd be my wedding gift for my grandchildren. Oh, wow. That works. Perfect. That's how I likes it. I'll finish up this wing. And we'll start working on the top wing. I like this camera setup. I can look at you guys. You can look at myself what I'm doing. And I'm ready to come down up there. Okay, let's strip all that. Any spot you can do with paper. Paper is my best friend. Heck, models have it, parts, tubing, you name it. There we go. Go, got tape on the wings. Once that's painted out, airbrush some aluminum on there. I got plenty of aluminum paint. So what the scale like? Add back to our stabilizer, fill that in a little bit. Okay, looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Oh yeah. It's good. Yeah. Good. That looks like a Newport. Now, take a look at this, fellas. Yep. Not bad for a 90-year-old model. 92 years old. Okay, Matt, have a good night, buddy, and get those B-52s going. Take care, buddy. Thank you for tuning in tonight, and have a good night, buddy. Take care of yourself. Say your prayers, and may God bless. We'll catch you later. Thank you, buddy, for tuning in. Oh, that's a great guy. Oh, there's root there that I drink. Oh. Yeah. Excuse me. Okay, guys, I'll go out and use my restroom out there, and I'll be back in a couple minutes. Don't go away. Continue on what you're doing. I'll be back in a couple of seconds. Get your calls. I got the answer. Back. The door up out there. Get some fresh air in here a little bit. It's kind of cooled down outside. I mean, kind of cools things down. Okay. I'm going to check that chat board again, see who's on there. Get the top wing going too. MCDICY, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to Sunday night. Working on the Cleveland Design Newport 17 Scout. Colonel Bishop's famous Newport. I just got the taping on the wing ribs. I'll finish the taping back here, the stabilizer. And we'll start preparing that, get that wing cover on top and get it mounted. And yeah, and finish it up. Should have this thing done in a couple of days. You ever look at a real canvas covered aircraft? You see those little taping on the wings? What they do is they take a wing like this of the plane. When they lay the dope on, they always turn it this way and they drape the dope over. Because it's on a jig, you can turn it this way. And they'll lay that canvas over, you mean your canvas, they use the covering, and they dope it on. Once it's doped on, then they'll take the wing and they'll turn it over this way. You got one person here, this side, and you lay tape strip. And they sew it. They sew those tape strips under the ribs right there at a thumb length. They have a thumb there, thumb there, thumb there, thumb there, keep going up so it's all uniform. Those are called taping strips. What they do, they keep the fabric and the canvas on top of the wings right there, the fabric on there. Keeps it from coming off the stuff. That's what's simulated right there. Let me show you. We're going to be painted. I'm going to airbrush this thing aluminum. Fuselage is done already. I just got to paint the wings with a stabilizer. Once that's all painted in, you can see how it's taped on there. Even the radio control boys do that with theirs. Gives a better scale appearance. Yeah. Boy, more of it. Got moisture in here too. Okay, where was I? Over here? Which you were. Exactly. Exactly, buddy. Exactly. Amen to that. You got it. almost 92 years old. Still holds her beauty. These old Cleveland design kits or something else. I used to build them all the time when I was a little boy. That's how I learned how to build my Boston kits. Okay, we got 6 watching, 14 thumbs up. Okay. Move the data loss from the wing. They got to be covered separate. Yeah. Do that one for that. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. We got the center section. See that text, I'm going to use that later on. Good and tight. Cut little release sets right there. Nice and tight. We're building these balsa wood we keep building these balsa wood biplane models. Always, here's what I do. These are your cabin struts, the airplane struts. And you got these little gussets right here. These are gussets. Those little gussets right here is where you plug the wings into your cabin struts, which hold your wings up. Now, always cover on the bottom wing, cover the top first, cover the bottom last. It's vice versa on the top wing. cover the bottom wing first and the top last. Here's why. Because when you notch out those rectangular holes, rotating holes for the struts to go through, you can always adjust your wing. Where it's supposed to be at, the hero. Once they're adjusted, you glue it in place, it's all glued, and you go ahead and cover. If you go ahead and cover both sides of the wings, you'll have a heck of a time trying to adjust the uniplane struts or your cable struts to the wings. Keep done. I think you had no damn water for it. Tight as going already. Tight already, yeah. I didn't even put water on there yet. Okay. Seal the edges of the wood. Use a spritzer right there and tighten up the tissue. Then we'll shrink this. Get the other side. So peaceful here. With a wet finger, you can smooth it out. Get a good coverage job. Ooh, too much. Too much. Okay. Perfect. The spitzer, good. Soak them. And tighten up the tissue. Oh yeah. Right. Tight. No wrinkles at all. Tight. That's how you do it, fellas. That's how you do it. Okay, take a break for a little bit. The other side go on. Moving right along. Can we finish and build this Newport? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. You and I. We can build this together. Hey, Diggy Schultz is here. Diggy Schultz is here. How you doing, Diggy? Finishing up my Newport right here. I like it has the small figures like that, like a pilot like put in this thing. This is, what scale is this thing? Don't know yet. Let's see here. Let's wait here so I can read this thing. Read this plan sheet. Oh, 3/4 scale. That'd be 3/4 inch, 1 foot. the 1/8 scale. So I find the copyright in this kit. Copyright 1932. So it's 80. It's 94 years old. This model is 94 years old. I've never seen this thing when I was a kid. My dad had all these Cleveland kits. He said, someday gonna be yours, son. Oh, wow. Thanks, Bob. But not now. Okay. Oh, real good. Sealed and stabbed with my real tissue. It's probably only clear. Scrape the trash can. That way all the mist goes out the trash can instead of floating around here. These models like flycatchers. I'm taking one for. There's one coat of clear Plynon. Especially use these aerosols, you know. You put too much on there, it'll cause that tissue to sag. Like a wet diaper. You don't want that. One will do it. It's like grill cream. A little dab will do you. This stuff shrinks with age. As time goes by. There. Nice and tight. Tight as a bed, the string, they say. All righty then. Yeah, definitely it's like fresh Newport. The ailerons are cut separately for the plants, so I've got to cover those. Got pieces of wax paper on there. Usually comes out pretty good. That piece got to be cut out. Okay. I gotta make some bungees too for that thing. That'd be easy. That'd be simple as American pie. That's good. I like that. You hear that rain out there, guys? Boy, it's coming down like cats and dogs out there. No food. Alrighty. We're gonna do this one. Yeah, 90-year-old, 94-year-old model. Unbelievable. But that's all the kids that was around at the time. Who played the designs, you know. The Miguel came out, and the rest of them did. Edward Packer. He was aviation's best friend and aviation's best recruiter. Guys like Jimmy Stewart, Movie Star, Clark Gable, Jack Lemmon, Robert Montgomery, Henry Fonda. All these guys were model builders. They all joined the Army Air Corps during the war because they did the aviation because these model airplanes got them in the aviation. That's how it was back in the Great Generation days. That's good. Okay. Oh, see, that's sure good. Got the thing patterned out, ready to go. Now, usually the rain has stopped up there. smooth. Get all those wrinkles out of that thing. When it gets warm tomorrow, when the sun pops out, this tissue will tighten. It's very heat sensitive. As soon as heat hits it, you get really tight. When it's raining outside, you got a lot of moisture flying around, it'll make it sag a lot. That's pretty tight right there. It'll get real tight. This stuff tightens up all the time with age. Now we're using dopes, like butyrate dope. Those dopes are they shrink all the time. So when you use that dope, you gotta use it very sparingly, not very much, because more dope you put on it, that stuff shrinks all the time. Dope at butyrate will. It gets so tight, it'll put a warp in your wing. Sometimes destroy the balsa wood. I had a beautiful Stinson 105 Voyager one time. They called it the Flying Station Wagon. It was a flyline cat. I got all the heavy butyrate dope. And about 2 or 3 months later, I noticed the wing was starting to go up like this. I looked at that aerogloss. I looked at it. Oh my God, that dope is starting to tighten up. They'll put a warp in that wing. Put release strips on there. Little slits. It's good and tight. Gotta take your time with these things, fellas. Take your time. No rush, no foot race. Slowly build these things, the better they're gonna look. They really are. Take it from old Frankie Day. Constantly tighten up. Yeah. Okay, the ledges right here, put a glue, let's wrap them around there, it'll tighten up, it won't make sure the tissue don't come off. Yeah, I'll probably flying that Miss Mulligan pretty soon. As soon as rain stops. I found a spot right behind my house I can fly that thing. Put my camera out there and take a picture of me flying it. Nice covering job. Nice covering job. And I've got the whole bottle of wing almost done already. Look at that. Don't take long. Don't take long, guys. Little resets there I cut there. Cut some resets. Yes. Always cut about a good, at least about a good eighth of extra around the edges of the wings. That way, give enough to wrap around there. I can do it here. Just tuck it up. Or use a wet finger. Smooths out real nice. You already got glue on there ready. Makes it disappear. Let it disappear, see? You can see. There. Yeah. Come over here, hit it with a spitzer. And add the old gun to it. And we'll give a coat of Kryline clear. Seal the tissue. Tighten up the tissue. Cover the ailerons last. Nice and tight. Don't wait with that. Break out of the home work will be ruined. Alrighty. Now we'll cover up the center section. That'd be cinch to do. It's a little bit too narrow. I should have been a little wider, but it needs to be a little wider. I think I got a little bit too narrow. Exactly. Okay. Oh. Watch out, my man. Watch out, Frankie. Knock stuff over, buddy. You do a deep shit after that. Yeah, I see we're moving right along on this thing. Got little release slits right here. That way when it folds over and around the edge, it'll be nice and confirmed without using lumps on there. Crab on the best stuff in the world, but it's good stuff. Oh, nice and tight too. Now I gotta make locating holes for the struts around here. Dry a little bit. Yeah, I'm telling you, better than I thought it would be. That's good. Yeah. Wow, that's 3.5 hours. Okay, everybody, I think it's me. I'm not calling it a video tonight. It's been here 3.5 hours. Let that dry. And I think tomorrow we'll assemble the whole thing. I'll do a lot of stuff off camera tomorrow. But I do want to get this whole thing finished. I started on it. Then I'll be hopping on this next with this thing done. It's been calling on me. I'm a steerman. I decided to make a display piece out of this thing, fellas. Wanted to make a free flight job out of it, but I don't have the stuff to do it and everything. So this will be a display model. Use steel guitar string, flying wires with turnbuckles in it. But that's done with this thing. Old Willow's kit. Yes, I will. Will I see you tomorrow? Yes, I will. I'll be there tomorrow. It's on Tommy Anderson's, I think Tommy Anderson's modeling page. I haven't subscribed to him. I get a hold of Eric to find out what's going on there, Because I got my done already. I got pictures, everything I posted. I got pictures on my files. If they needed pictures of my files, I can go ahead and upload it and give it to them. And review on YouTube. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to be out of here. And it's been a long day for me. And we got the Newport ready on its way. And should probably be done by this week sometime. Get it all finished. And yeah. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I'm very appreciative of what you guys do for me. Watching my videos. I'm going to try to be better at my videos now that I have been. I've been ignoring because once I start building things, I concentrate. It's kind of difficult for me to concentrate on the camera and watching the chat board and building models. Usually on chats, live streams, you get two guys. One guy reading off the stuff and one guy's building, But I'm a one-man show here, so I'll do the best I can. Okay, make mama happy. Take care of the little ones. Spend wisely. Please be aware of your surroundings. Say your prayers. May God bless. And thank you very much for my new little subscribers. Subscribe to my channel. I'll leave you honored for your wonderful candor, comments, and views. This is Frankie Day Models signing off. Come this tomorrow's show, Monday night. We'll probably be back on the Newport right here. And I'll finish up the B-24 off camera. We'll have a final build of that too coming your way. Well, I'm getting final builds coming, guys. So you can see, you guys, I'm running out of model supplies. I can't get my final stuff out. So therefore, I can be able to, now I got my stuff now, I can be able to get it going here. The Globe Master is a different story. I was going to go ahead and use tape on that. I got no tape. So I went ahead and used putty on it and fill it, sand it down, prime, and paint it with some good aerosol aluminum paint, and put the decal panels on there, wing walks. And shaky be done. Okay, guys, take care of yourselves and have a good night, good evening, and take care of yourselves. Please say your prayers. And we'll see you tomorrow. And thank you very much for tuning in for tonight. Those who are watching and those that are on the chat board, thank you, and may God bless. Remember the old saying, be good. You can't be good, be careful. We'll see you guys. Take care, fellas. Bye, boys.